Next question. Explain Markowitz model with risk-free security. That is a question. Now friends, in Markowitz model, we already have reached to a stage wherein we have understood that this is the efficient frontier. It is indicating that with the increase in the risk, return increases. Now the question provides that there is an introduction of the risk-free security in the market. Then in that case, what will happen? That is what you are required to answer. Okay. So everybody is requested to pay attention. Basically, we understand that the risk-free security is plotted over here, RF. Okay. Now with the increase in the risk, return increases. So it goes like this. Like this, we can have the number of portfolios. In a way that whatever the portfolio that we have on the efficient frontier, that you can have a combination along with the risk security. So basically what happens that first of all, there is an increase in the feasible region. Let us say that this is portfolio A, this is portfolio B, this is portfolio M. So first of all, what happens? First of all, we can say that there is an increase in the investment options with the investor. That is what we understand. See, there are number of combinations again possible, but from these number of combinations possible, what I am doing, I am just telling you about the three portfolios story: A, B, and M. Let us say that the portfolio A has standard deviation of 10%, B has standard deviation of 20%, and M portfolio has standard deviation of 30%. So I'm just randomly making some assumption with respect to these three portfolios. Okay. So this is the portfolio A, this is B, and this is M. This is the risk-free security. This is what we understand. Now listen carefully. So now what happens at we can see that there are number of investment options which are available with the investor now. Instead of only A, B, and M and all other portfolios lying on efficient frontier, we understand that the feasible region increases. Now my question to all of you is something like this. Before I proceed further, just giving you one more explanation. In this diagram, this is portfolio A and this is RF. In this diagram, friends, exactly the in-between point, let us say exactly the in-between point is this. Now what does that indicate? It is indicating that an investor has made investment in both the securities in equal proportion. That is risk-free security and portfolio A. This portion is indicating that the proportion of the portfolio A is more in the portfolio. And this is indicating that the proportion of the RF is more in the portfolio. That is what we understand. So basically over here, the proportion of the RF is more over here in comparison to A. And this is indicating that the proportion of A is more in the portfolio in comparison to RF. And exactly in between the point is indicating that investment is made in both the securities in equal proportion. Now let us say that you are a portfolio consultant and you have been approached by one of your client. My question to all of you is this: when your client comes to you, then in that case, what is the first question that you will ask to your client? The first question that you will ask to your client is that you should make investment in RF plus A, or you should invest in RF plus B, or you should invest in RF plus M, or first of all you will inquire that what is your risk bearing capacity. I want you to answer in the chat box that what is the first thing that you will ask to your client, so from this situation. Friends, over here, answer of the question would be that investor will be advised to make investment in RF plus M irrespective of the risk bearing capacity which investor has. That is the way we are required to give answer for the question. Let us understand and say why is it like this. For that, say I am giving some explanation to you. Suppose you have recommended to your that is say to your like client that say you should invest in RF plus M, and let us say that say he says that my risk bearing capacity is, let us say, 5%. Okay, 5%. Then in that case we understand that basically your client is having three alternatives of investment. Three alternatives of the investment is like this. Standard deviation of the portfolio is 5% plotted over here. This is 10% plotted over here, because I have made an assumption that security portfolio A has standard deviation of 10%. So basically you have three options. You can invest in RF plus A over here, RF plus B over here, or RF plus M over here. That is the way you have the three options of making investment. Now in all the three options that you have for investment, in that you can see that RF plus M is able to generate the highest return for the same level of risk. Suppose your client is having risk bearing capacity of exactly 10%. Then in that case we understand that again he has three alternatives like this for making investment. In all the three alternatives your risk will be 10%, plus however RF plus M will be able to generate the highest return for risk of 10%. So over here, so you can see that at any point of time, so the combination of RF plus M is able to generate the highest return for the same level of risk. So the investor is advised to make investment in RF plus M. That is what we understand over here. Now my next question to all of you is this. Suppose the risk bearing capacity of investor is, let us say, 40%, and let us say that there is a portfolio over here, D for Delhi portfolio, which has standard deviation of 40%. Then in that case, how investor should make investment? I repeat my question. My question is that say if at all the investor has a risk bearing capacity of 40%, and investor has an alternative of making investment in portfolio D, which is lying on efficient frontier, then in that case how he should make investment of the funds? See, in that case what will happen, friends? In that case again, what you should do, you should borrow at RF and invest in portfolio M. This is what say you should do. And with that say you should form the portfolio instead of investing in the portfolio. Let us understand and say how does that work. We can see that say there is a straight line like this. Wherein if at all you borrow and invest in M, then in that case again for the same risk you will be able to generate the more return. This is the standard deviation 30%, and this is the standard deviation of 40%. This is the way you should make investment. So based on this entire discussion, we can say that M portfolio is considered to be the best portfolio. Dear students, over here, we can very well understand something like this, that if at all investor has risk bearing capacity of exactly 30%, then in that case we would advise him to make investment only in M portfolio exceptionally. And if at all the investor does not have the risk bearing capacity at all, then in that case we would advise him to make investment only in that is RF security, that is an exceptional one. Otherwise, always the investor would be advised to make investment in a combination of RF and M portfolio. We understand importantly that if at all the risk bearing capacity of the investor is less than 30 percentage, then in that case you should invest in RF plus M portfolio. And if at all your risk bearing capacity is more than 30 percentage, then in that case what you should do, so you should borrow and make investment in M portfolio. That is the way, so you are supposed to make the investment of the portfolio. This is the Markowitz model with risk-free security. Now, how to identify the best portfolio? For that, say they have provided, say, a ratio that is given a name as Sharpe ratio. It is also given a name as slope. It is also given a name as risk return trade-off. That is the way we are required to make the computation of this ratio in order to identify that among efficient portfolios, which one is the best portfolio. Remember friends that say when there is no risk-free security in the market, then in that case there is no concept of the best portfolio. Then in that case, depending upon the risk-bearing capacity of the investor, investor is supposed to make investment in one of the portfolio lying on efficient frontier. If at all the risk-free security is introduced in the market, then in that case, among the efficient portfolios, one of the portfolio is the best portfolio. So return heading, Markowitz model with risk-free security. In the pattern first point, over here with introduction of risk-free security, comma, feasible region is extended. Full stop. Second point, one of the efficient portfolio will become best portfolio. Full stop. Combination of RF with that portfolio will be able to generate maximum return for any given level of risk. Full stop. Third point, out of efficient portfolios, comma, best portfolio can be identified by calculating Sharpe ratio slash, because it has a different name, slope slash return risk trade-off. Full stop. Now we are going to draw the diagram. In examination also you can always give the answer along with the diagram. This is the efficient frontier. This is the combination of RF and A. This is the combination of RF and B. This is the combination of RF and M. This is A, this is B, and this is M. This is efficient frontier. This is risk standard deviation. And this is return. For your understanding purpose, I draw a straight line over here and we select this. For our understanding again, we draw a straight line over here and we select this. This is the portfolio. And this is considered to be the best portfolio. And dear students, this line is given a name as capital market line. The combination of RF with the risk-free security is given a name as the capital market line. This is what we understand. On the left hand side, we have investment made in RF and M portfolio. This line is indicating investment in RF and M portfolio, that is the best portfolio. And this portion is indicating borrowing at RF and investment in M portfolio. This is efficient frontier. This is the way we can have a small diagram. So here, this is the best portfolio M. Okay, this portion is indicating investment in RF and investment in M portfolio. This portion is indicating borrowing at RF and investment in M portfolio. This red line is indicating the efficient frontier. And this entire line, that is combination of the RF and M, is given a name as the if that is capital market line. And of course, this is RF, risk-free rate of return. Now, friends, how to calculate the Sharpe ratio that we are going to understand very much in detail. But for the time being, I am just dictating a formula for the same. So write down the formula for the Sharpe ratio. The formula is like this: X bar minus RF divided by standard deviation. Why the formula is like this, I just explained that to you in some time. So please write down the formula.